anointed, I am strong, I am blessed. Use this word to create your reality. And whenever you are depressed, don't look down, look up. That will create a better way of life for you. Next. Now we go to the God's clinic. I went to the God clinic to have my routine checkup, and I confirmed I was ill. When God took my blood pressure, He saw I was low in tenderness. When He read my temperature, the thermometer registered 40 degrees of anxiety. He ran an electrocardiogram and found that I needed several love bypasses since my arteries were blocked with a loneliness and could not provide for an empty heart. I went to orthopedics because I could not walk. My brothers said and I could not hug my friends since I had fractured myself when I was sleeping with envy. He also found I was short-sighted since I could not see beyond the shortcomings of my brothers and sisters. When I complained about the deafness, the diagnosis was that I had stopped listening to the voice of God talking to me on a daily basis. For all that, God gave me a free consultation, thanks to His mercifulness. So my pledge is to once leave this clinic, only take the natural remedies He prescribed through His words of truth. Every morning, take a glass full of gratitude. When getting to work, take 1 spoon of peace. Every hour, take 1 pill of patience, 1 cup of brotherhood, and 1 glass of humility. When getting home, take 1 dose of love. When getting to bed, take 2 tablets of clear conscience. Do not give in to the sadness or desperation for what you are going through today. God knows how you feel. God knows exactly with perfection what is being allowed to happen to you in your life at this precise moment. God's purpose for you is to simply perfect. He wants you to show things that only you can understand by living what you are living and by being in the place you are now. May God give you for every storm a rainbow, for every tear a smile, for every care a promise, and a blessings in each trial. For every problem life sends a faithful friend to share. For every side a sweet song and an answer for each prayer. Do we pray daily? No time. I pray once a week. From the God's clinic we go to the God's pharmacy. It has been said that the gods first separated the salt water from the fresh and made a dry land, planted a garden, made animals and fish. And before making a human, He made and provided what we need before we were born. These are the best and more powerful when we eaten raw. We are such a slow learners. God left us a great clue as to what foods help as a part of our body. God's pharmacy is amazing. A slice of carrot looks like a human eye. The pupil, iris and radiating lines look just like a human eye. And yes, science shows how carrots greatly enhance the blood flow and functions of the eyes. Tomato has 4 chambers and is red. The heart has 4 chambers and is red. All of the research shows that tomatoes are loaded with lycopene and are indeed pure heart and a blood food. Grapes hangs in cluster that has in the shape of the heart. Each grape looks like a blood cell, and all of the research today shows grapes are also profound heart and blood revitalizing food. Walnuts look like a brain, left and right, hemisphere, upper cerebrums and lower cerebellums. Even the wrinkles or the folds on the nut are just like the neocortex. We know what walnuts help. They develop more than 3 dozen neurotransmitters for brain function. Kidney beans actually heal and help to maintain kidney function. And yes, they look exactly like a human kidneys. Celery, bok choy, rhubarb and many more are looking just like the bones. These foods are specially targeted for bone strength. Bones are 20% sodium and these foods are 20% sodium. If you don't have enough sodium in your diet, the body pulls it from the bones, thus making them weak. These foods replenish the skeletal needs of the body. Avocados, eggplant, pears target the health and the function of the womb and cervix of the female. They look just like these organs. Today research shows that when a woman eats one of the avocados a week, it balances the hormones, sheds unwanted birth weight and prevents the cervical cancers. And how profound is this? It takes exactly 9 months to grow an avocado. From blossom to ripened fruit, there are over 14,000 photolytic chemical constitutions of nutrition in each one of these foods. Modern science has studied only name about 141 of them. Figs are full of seeds and hang in twos when they grow. Figs increase the mobility of the male sperm and increases the number of sperm as well as to overcome the male sterility. Sweet potatoes look like the pancreas and actually balance the glycemic index of the diabetes. Olives exist the health and functions of the ovaries. Oranges, grapefruit and other citrus fruits look like the mammary glands of the female and actually assist the health of the breast and the movement of the lymph in and out of the breast. Onions look like the body cells. Today's research shows that onions help to clear waste materials flow of all the body cells. That they even produce tears which wash the epithelial layers of the eyes. Working companions. Garlic also helps to eliminate waste materials and dangerous free radicals from the body. For onions, I want to add certain things to you all. I want to add certain more information on onions. If you are having a fever, what we do? We rush to the doctor. Agreed? Or pop up a pill. But onions are there in every home to make up pakoras. Agreed? Just crush the onion and put it beside the individual who is having a fever. Over a period of time of say about 9 to 10 hours, the whole onion will turn black. It has absorbed all the virus and the fever from that individual, and the individual is free from the fever. You have to crush the onion. No knife. You have to crush it. While eating anyway you can eat it. There is no problem. But when you are having a fever, just crush the onion, put it next to the head of the individual. It will smell horrible, no doubt. But it will absorb all the toxins from the body. Try it out. Beside the person who is having fever, near the head area. Near the head region. Please don't break this even if you have only sent it to one person. Do at a date when this was started. Thanks. At the end, the day the candle was started, give you goosebumps. I am not going to be one of who lets to die. I found this thing. This message was given on the 15th of September 1998. And this message is going round the world right now. Don't let the candle of love, hope and friendship die. Pass it on to all your friends and everyone you love. I received this today for the first time and I hope it comes back to one day to keep this candle alive. Next. Healthcare. Huh? No, wait. As it is. Yes. Remember to eat. Breakfast like a king, lunch like a layman, dinner like a pauper. Eat to live and don't live to eat. Remember one more thing I would like to add. One more thing I would like to add, that if you are having late night dinner, say after 9, then avoid breakfast as far as possible. Avoid breakfast. Very late. We have to avoid your breakfast. This principle only is breakfast like a king is only if you finish your dinner before sunset. Are we doing it? At the time of sunset, our bada power ka time hai. Yes. So this is ideal for the ones who are taking their dinner at the time of sunset, that time, or just before sunset. That time this rule is applying. Otherwise, for the people who are working late nights and all those things and having dinner after 9, breakfast is to be avoided at any cost. Yes, I'll come to it. Just have a look. Next. Upar. Ayan. Banda. Learn to live. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. Enjoy life, but this is not a rehearsal. Think highly of yourself because the world takes you at your own estimate. Don't fear the pressure, for pressure is what turns. Live each day to the present and make it beautiful. Believe that your life is worth living and your beliefs will help to create the facts. Wherever you go, take your whole heart along. If you love life, life will love you back. Heal the past, live the present and dream the future. Don't count the days and make the days count. The key to happiness is having dreams. The key to success is making dreams come true. The world is like a mirror. If you face it, smiling it smiles right back. Happiness is not having what you want, it's wanting what you have. Learn to listen. Opportunity sometimes knocks very softly. Life would be infinitely happy if it would only be at the age of 8 and gradually approach the 18. Good times become good memories. Bad times become good lessons in your life. It's not only the scenery you miss by going too fast. Success is to get what you want. Luck is to keep what you get. I look to the future because that was where I'm going to spend the rest of my life. People are lonely because they have built walls instead of bridges. Have a nice day. Next. How did one survive in the old days? खोलने પછી એક માં એમ નથી બંધ કર રાઈટ ક્લિક માર ને શો કર હા રાઈટ ક્લિક માર એમ નહીં બંધ કર એક મિનિટ રાઈટ ક્લિક शो करेगा शो स्लाइड शो नहीं कर सकते. How did one survive growing up in the 70s, 80s and 90s? We had no seat belts, no airbags. Sitting in the back of the wheel was a treat. Our baby prams had only the most gorgeous base of colors. No such thing as tamper-proof bottle tops. Opening kitchen cover was a breeze as the safety locks were unheard of. Cycling was like a breath of fresh air. No safety helmets, knee pads, elbow pads, with plenty of carvos between the spokes to make it sound like a motorbike. When thirsty, we only drank tap water. Bottled water was still a mystery. We kept busy collecting bits and pieces so we could build up all sorts of things. And we were fearless on our bikes even when the brakes failed going down the hill. We were showing off how tough we are by how high we could climb the trees and then jumping down. It was a great fun. We could stay out to play for hours. As long as we got back before dark, it's time for dinner. We walked to school or sometimes we even rode our bikes. We had no mobile phones but we always managed to find each other how no one knows. We lost weight, broke arms and legs, we got cuts and bruises and bloody noses. Nobody complained as we had so much of fun. It was as anybody's fault, only ours. We ate everything in sight, cakes, bread, chocolates, ice cream, sweet sugary drinks, yet we stayed skinny by fooling around. And if one of us was lucky to find a 1 liter Coca bottle, we had a strength from it, and guess what? Nobody picked up any germs. We did not have a PlayStations, MP3s, iPods, video games, 99 cable TV channels, DVDs, home cinema, mobile phones, home computers, laptops, chat rooms, internet, but we had real friends. We called on friends to come out and play, never rang the doorbell, just went round the back. We loved being to let loose in the big bad world without bodyguards. We played with the sticks and stones, played with the cowboys and Indian, doctors and nurses, hide and seeks or soccer games and over again. When we failed our exams, we were given a second chance by simply repeating the same grade without visiting the psychiatrists, psychologists or counselors. Such were the days. If you recall, we had freedom, success and disappointments and responsibility. Most of us will learn to respect others. Are you from that generation? If that is the case, email this to all your friends from the same era. Maybe this message would help them to forget the stress that surrounds us these days. And just for a few moments, put a smile on their faces as they remember life was really like a good old days. Have a super day. Next. Now we come to secrets of the old age.